Hey everybody, it's Gloria, the Energy Elf. Boy, I'm telling you, I almost forgot that I had to do this story tonight. I've been just so busy today, and I just got back in the house from doing some energy work and making Mummy feel better so she would have lots of zip to get through the Christmas season. And this almost skipped my mind. But when I was driving over to this mummy's house, I noticed how many lights were on. And not that I'm a peeping Tom, but I glanced in some of the windows and I could see people scrubbing and cleaning and everything. And I thought, oh, they need to be reminded of the Christmas spider. So tonight I'm going to read you about the legend of the Christmas spider. The gray spider worked very hard every day, making long strands of silk that he wove into a web in which he caught troublesome flies. But he noticed that everyone turned away from him because they said he was unpleasant to look at, with his long crooked legs and furry body. Of course, the gray spider didn't believe that, because he'd only the kindliest feelings for everybody. One day when he was crossing the stream he looked into the water, and there he saw himself as he really was. Oh, he thought, I am very unpleasant to look at. I shall keep out of people's way. He was very sad and hid himself in the darkest corner of the stable. There he again began to work as he always had, weaving long strands of silk into webs and catching flies. The donkey and the ox and the sheep and the cows who lived in the stable thanked him for his kindness, because now the flies didn't bother him any more. That made the spider very happy. One night, exactly at midnight, the gray spider was awakened by a brilliant light. He looked about and saw that the light came from the manger, where a tiny child lay on the hay. The stable was filled with glory, and over the child bent a beautiful mother. Behind her stood a man with a staff in his hand, and the ox and the donkey and all the white sheep were down on their knees. Suddenly a gust of cold wind swept through the stable, and the baby began to weep from the cold. The mother bent over him, but could not cover him enough to keep him warm. The little spider took his silken web and laid it at Mary's feet, for it was Mary. And Mary took up the web and covered the baby with it. It was soft as thistledown and as warm as wool. The child stopped his crying and smiled at the little gray spider. Then Mary said, "Little gray spider, for this great gift to the babe, you may have anything you wish." "Most of all," said the spider, "I wish to be beautiful." "That I cannot give you," said Mary. "You must stay as you are for as long as you live. But this I grant you. When anyone sees a spider at evening, he will count it as a good omen, and it shall bring him good fortune." This made the spider very happy, and to this day, on Christmas Eve, we cover the Christmas tree with angel's hair in memory of the little gray spider and his silken web. So don't be too hung up on any spider webs that you found, because remember, they're angel hair for the Christmas tree. Isn't that a beautiful story? Remind your mommy or daddy or whoever does the cleaning in your house that, they might be picking up angel hair if they dust away too many spider webs. And the next time you see a spider in the evening, remember, it means good luck. So I wonder if there's any messages tonight in the mirror. Let's have a look. Oh my heavens. There are. In fact, there's a little red bar that or something saying mailbox full. I was away too long and the messages piled up. Do text messages take more space up in the mirror? I don't know. Let's see what messages there are. Okay, Santa's saying that he has all the batteries now for all the toys. He's making progress. And he says that he has been, oh, yep, he's been hanging around the Civic Center and he wants all those ladies and gentlemen that spend so much time in the kitchen to know he's noticed how hard they work, and he notices how much the firemen do, and he's just like everybody else. When he hears the sirens going, his heart kind of flutters, but be sure and thank any of the first responders. And then he says he saw the children at the party. He talked to some of them. And he was listening to some of them. And he wants Gretchen to know that he really likes her curly hair. And he's really happy because she uses her manners a lot. And what else is he saying here? Oh, he's saying remember to put your mittens on when you go outdoors. And be especially careful when you're crossing the road, because it looks like there's been some snowstorms, and we might get more snowstorms. And he says that he was to Bedford a couple of weeks ago, and he saw Lydia and Addison and Josh and James and Jen and Ashley and Michelle, and they were all having a great time, and he was reading the happiness on their breath that you could see in the air. I didn't know he could read your breath. Wow. Oh, gonna have to be careful what we're thinking when we're breathing out, aren't we? We're learning an awful lot about how Santa finds things out about us. Okay, well, I think it's time that... Oh, is there something else there, Santa? He says... he doesn't just watch little people. He watches big people too. And he's reminding everybody that monkey see, monkey do, he says. So all of the adults better be careful and make sure that they're good over the holidays too, or the days leading up to the holidays, because they might find a lump of coal in their stocking if they're not. Oh, he says, I've got to go now. It's time to give the reindeer their supper. And all of the elves are in the workshop putting batteries in things. So, okay, he's saying, I'll be off. I'll see you again. I'll text you tomorrow night in the mirror. Be good, everybody, he's saying. Okay, so that's all Santa has to say tonight. And what I'm going to say is, sweet dreams. There's only 12 more days till Christmas because I'm sending you this message after midnight.